Communal living, while pretty prominent within a certain particular type of privileged millennial, is a thing.
Yeah.
We have the belief that it's actually something that will be more mainstream within a certain amount of years' time. And I think what we're trying to do is lay the infrastructure by which non-traditional communities can go ahead and embrace this style of living.
So it definitely should not just be millennial white dudes.
No.
Everyone in New York is super lonely. That may be why communal living is having a moment. More and more people are passing up studio apartments to live in group housing, sometimes paying more to do so. One company in Williamsburg, known as Pure House, brands itself as an intentional living community.
We're in a former old doll factory. It's been turned into a bunch of artist lofts. I hope it's haunted, but it hasn't been yet.
For New Yorkers whose identities have been swallowed up by the vast nothingness of the city, Pure House promises to focus on curating distinct groups of people and their passions.
Hi. Sam, good to meet you.
Good to meet you, Sam. Membership in Pure House gets you a private bedroom in one of 3 homes located within walking distance in Williamsburg.
We have to do in your low house.
It's a low ceiling, but it's high enough to stand up. Do you think this is a growing movement in the country, or is it still happening in little pockets?
I mean, communal living has been going on for centuries.
Yeah, since we were living together in caves.
But what's happening now, and this is part of a huge shift, I mean, our lives have become so efficient, and now people are looking for more meaning, more purpose, more community, more connection, more culture, connection with themselves and others. This is what I think is fueling this growing movement, and there are all these different gradients. So on the We Live side, we're talking about what I think of as kind of like condo living 2.0, but there isn't any kind of a operating system, so to speak, that allows for some sort of a kind of communal experience. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have intentional communities, the kinds of things that are referred to as communes. Things like Pure House tend to be more in the middle.
Rooms at Pure House range between $1,500 and $1,800 and include occasional meals, yoga, and massages. By comparison, the more corporate communal housing at We Live in Lower Manhattan runs about $1,700 with no massages. You could rent a room in New York for cheaper, but these places provide intangibles that seem worthwhile to a lot of people, like this weekly dinner where they talk about sex.
Is there a sexual act you really enjoy doing?
When you're about to go down on a partner, but like you're kissing their stomach and like building anticipation as you're working your way down. And like...
What brought you to Pure House?
When I moved to New York, the first year I was alone. I felt alone, doesn't matter how many people I met in school, and I feel that I don't have any kind of home to go back to. I was looking for an apartment, and then I found Pure House on one of the apps, and I got to the website and I was like, that's what I want to.
What do you think is behind the movement?
We've gone from a society of like belonging to like in a very individualistic society, but that feeling of wanting to belong somewhere doesn't necessarily go away. This allows you kind of the best of both worlds. There is a sense of belonging because everyone's passionate, but there is a sense of diversity where everyone's passionate about something else.
About different things.
Yeah.
Not about only about sharing the spaces. I think it's about sharing the conscious, of like we are a group, we are like, a community, and we help each other and we provide to each other.
Yeah.
I think it would be ideal for society to be a little bit more open
More communal.
and more
And
communal.
recognize that humanity
Yeah.
is one common body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
We
the
are
final
not all
answer.
these
We all are
separate
one.
individuals.
We all are one.
Right.
So it's
And yet
like,
if you just go like yelling that on the subway platform, people look at you funny.
Yeah.
They shouldn't.
They should. That's it.
The fact that people are willing to pay more to share space than to have their own is telling. Social interaction is fundamental, a prerequisite for good health, and people are realizing that.
We're kind of restarting this mission at the beginning being like, what happens when you value share in a space where not everyone is white?
Remains to be seen.
It remains to be seen. Check in with us in like, a year.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. So it seems like the key to a good communal living experience is diversity. And of course, you want to make sure you're not joining a cult.
Yeah,
All
I'll talk
right.
you through it. We're doing just eye gazing, and it's just way
Okay.
simple. You're already doing it, and it's great.
I know. I make eye contact all the time.
So just like take your hand and just like put it on your lower belly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you seeing anything in my eyes? Because people tell me like I'm not human or whatever.
I see that you're not blinking a lot.
Okay.